The main discharge from the Antrim No. 1 mine, 11 miles south of Wellsboro, produces about 2,000 gallons per minute of severe acid mine drainage. To remediate its effects, an active treatment system was required.
Back in 1989, a fisherman named Bob McCullough, who was a retired planter from Lycoming County, he used to love to fish Pine Creek, and he noticed every year that the fly hatches in Pine Creek were getting worse. So he did investigating and found out that it was caused by increased acid going into Pine Creek from Bab Creek, which got worse because of the strip mining going on up here above Antrim. Bob was a member of the Pennsylvania Environmental Defense Foundation, and in his name they sued Antrim Mining. And as a result of that federal lawsuit, Antrim Mining agreed to stop surface mining and reclaim all the work they'd done up here. They built this treatment plant, and Antrim Mining also owned a demolition waste landfill right here near Antrim. And they agreed to pay a tipping fee into a fund to reclaim Bab Creek. For the lime that we use to treat the water, we get this material from Graymont Industries, which is at Pleasant Gap near State College. When they're making hydrated lime, they cook the limestone, and when they clean the kilns out, we get the material, which they can't use. They don't like us to call it as a waste material, so we call it lime scrapple. It costs like $9.75 a ton, and if we use, like most plants use, the material costs like $150 a ton. We use about 600 tons a year. Then the lime comes down and goes through a system. There's magnets in there to take out any metal that's in there. And then it goes through augers, which tries to grind up all the rock that's in there. And mixed with water, then it comes out. Untreated water comes from the mine, comes in over there. And there's a probe over there that takes the pH. So it tells the computer in there how much of the slurry is allowed to go into the system so it can be treated. So when the water comes out of the plant with the lime slurry mixed with it, it comes into this tank. And then on the bottom there's rakes that go along, and everything starts to settle out. All the iron, aluminum, manganese all settle out, and they go on the bottom. You see how clear the water is? When it comes in, the pH is about 3. When it goes out, right now it's about 8.5.
Sometimes a treatment system can not only clean receiving streams, but provide unexpected benefits as well.
Right here we're in what they call the forebay. This is used to collect the water for our micro hydro power system, where we produce some of the electricity to run our plant. There's piping which goes down to the turbine, which produces electricity. About 350 gallons of water a minute goes down through there. The water from that forebay comes down and comes in this pipe right here, and there it can be split and go in here, and there's a turbine in here, and it forces that water, spins that turbine, produce electricity. Everything that's in the plant that runs 24/7, they're all run by these turbines, which helps reduce our electric bill. We're trying to get licensed by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission to sell back to the grid, and once we get that, both of these will be online and at full power. They say they'll produce like $22,000 worth of electricity that we can sell back to the grid, so it's quite a bit. The most significant part of what's going on was that, Bab Creek in 1990 was a dead stream. 14 miles of the main stem were dead, and 5 miles of Pine Creek were impacted. And now there's all of Bab Creek, the main stem, all have reproducing populations of fish in them. 9 miles of it was reclassified as a wild trout stream in 2006. And the most important thing, that all the main stem of Bab Creek was taken off the impaired list in 2009. Everybody thought it was an impossible task, but it took less than 20 years.